All right, what's up YouTube? Pew Boys coming at you. Doing a review on a couple of other suppressors. Another one from Dead Air, another one from Griffin Armament.
Griffin Armament is mine. It's the M4SD. And what I like about it is the option with this gate lock. The option to mount it to any A2 birdcage. Flash hider. Yeah.
Standard mil spec.
Has to be mil spec, because I have tried it on some other ones and they seem to be out of spec. Or some Chinesium or something like that, and it doesn't work. So it has to be mil spec. But that's a gate lock mechanism there, and that's the beauty of it, because I have an A2 flash hider on my 22, and I swap them out every once in a while just to shoot 22 and stuff like that. So that's pretty sweet.
What is that can rated for, Henry? Is it 22 and 223?
Full auto rated. For 5.56, it's a dedicated 5.56 can. It's not a 30 cal can. So I did some research on YouTube and stuff like that, and I liked what Mojo Tactical was doing, and it seemed right for me and for my application. And this one works for me really good, and it's really quiet.
Nice.
For 5.56.
Yeah, shout out Mojo Tactical.
And for a K can.
Yeah. All right, and then the third can, forgive us, the third can is over yonder. Actually, you know what? Follow me real quick. All right, third can we're going to be reviewing is going to be another installment from Dead Air. This is the Sandman S, okay? This is Dead Air's heavy-duty use, full auto rated 30 cal can. Okay, this is their heavy duty use can.
But you can swap out the end caps.
Correct.
And make it a little quiet.
So as it sits right now, it's got a 30 cal end cap on it, and you guys know very well that we can attest to this. This can with a 30 cal end cap on a 5.56
still pretty quiet.
Is significantly quiet. It's definitely hearing safe, and it's definitely a pleasure to shoot with a 30 cal end cap on it. Now again, guys, if you're getting this suppressor, you can purchase a 5.56 designated end cap for 20 cal, for 22 cal ammunition, and it is extremely quiet. And again, this is their full auto, hard use, heavy duty suppressor. Okay, and again, this is the Sandman S. This suppressor comes in 3 iterations. You can either go with the Sandman K, which is about maybe 3/4 of it. Sandman S, and then you have your Sandman L, which is your full length suppressor. Okay, so shout out to Dead Air, man. They make a really good product.
And what's the mounting?
So the mounting on this, as you can see here, this has what's called a chemo mount. All right, and this has got their patented ratcheting system on there, which I must say
that's pretty sweet.
Is exceptionally nice. Yeah. Exceptionally nice. All right.
It's mine with the gate lock. I think that's what it's called. It's hot, and sometimes it's a little hard to get on without a mitt or some gloves.
Heard.
We also have 3 suppressors coming. 3 more.
Yep.
All right. 2 from Yankee Hill, and then another one from Rugged. Okay. And we went to Suppress Fest not too long ago, and I picked up 2. I picked up the Phantom 22 and then the R9 from Yankee Hill. His father picked up the Rugged Alaskan 360.
Yep.
And I don't know why my voice cracked, but
I think you guys know him, a friend of the channel, and he's been a guest on the channel. Nick purchased a Sandman S, but obviously we already have a Sandman S here. So, but yeah, we got the Rugged 360 coming. We got your Yankee Hill R9,
which is a 30 cal can, but it's a designated 9 mil can, but it shoots up to
multiple calibers,
3 and 308 and stuff like that. So.
Beautiful.
But they're in ATF jail right now. We're just waiting for approval, and then as soon as we get them out, we'll come back out here and film them.
Yeah, film that for you guys.
Hopefully it'll be less than a few months.
I will say this. We went to Suppress Fest, and shout out to NFA Review Channel. Yeah, man. Shout out Capital Armory, man. You guys are the bee's knees.
They rock.
NFA Review Channel, thank you for putting out and always putting up a good event at Suppress Fest, man. Yeah, man. We've been there 2 years running, and
now it's a tradition.
Yeah, it's a tradition. Yep, we'll be there again every year, God willing.
We shot a minigun suppressed. We shot a 249 saw suppressed. Everything there is suppressed.
Full auto, I might add.
Full auto, yeah. And man, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
So if you guys are interested in checking out suppressors, I feel that's the only place that you could go to.
Yep.
Check out a suppressor because there's nowhere else you could go to like
Actually shoot a
at least
suppressor
shoot a
before you buy
and
it.
be like, all right, I like this one.
Yeah.
This
At least in Florida.
Yeah.
Because they have those same type of events in other states. Because I watch a lot of YouTube channels that do
Yeah.
suppressor, like Silencer Syndicate and a bunch of other ones.
Yep.
They have a lot out in Arizona,
Yeah.
Vegas, and Arizona and Nevada. But in Florida, I think he's the only one putting on an event like that. That everything's full auto, and
well, not everything, but
Most of it.
everything was-
Most of it.
almost everything. Every booth had a full auto.
yeah.
At least 1 or 2 auto
Even
guns, full auto
shotguns.
guns.
We shot the
Yes.
Silencer Co. What's it
It's
called?
an Osprey 12.
Osprey 12.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's stupid.
So if you
Yeah.
can,
Number 1, it's stupid quiet, and number 2, it's stupid docile, man. For
Yeah.
being 12 gauge and for being, double out buck and
Shooting clays with a suppressor.
Yeah, man.
That was pretty cool.
yeah, it was pretty dope. So yeah, again, guys, if you're in the Florida, if you're in the state of Florida and you're down south or up north, it should be more or less a middle ground for you guys. If you're coming from south, it's about a 5.5 hour drive
from Miami. Yeah.
from Miami. If you're coming from up north, it could be
Leesburg, Florida.
Leesburg, Florida.
Close to Ocala.
If you have any doubts, just check out NFA Review Channel. I think they have a Facebook page. They have a YouTube channel. And also, guys, shameless plug, we are not sponsored by them at all. We have just had such good experiences with them that we have to give them a shout out. Capital Armory. If you are in the market for a suppressor, they are the way to go, guys. I'm telling you right now, they have decent prices. They help you every step of the way. They send you an email for every step of your process.
And
They are straightforward, and
Goes to your door.
it goes straight to your door. As long as there's an adult that's 21 or over to sign for it, it goes right to your door.
After you do all your
After you do all your
fingerprints and all that
paperwork.
stuff, but you do that there. You do everything there at
Correct.
Capital Armory, and man, they send you home. And then in his dad's case, he already got approved. He's
Yep.
just waiting for the
Clio hold.
the Clio hold, and it's
It'll
gonna
be
get shipped
shipped straight to his house.
And,
Yeah.
and that was like 2 weeks ago, so he
Yep.
got approved in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I will say the wait times are a lot.
As an individual,
Yeah.
it's a lot quicker
Yeah.
than when you do it as a trust.
Well, Nick's friend did it under trust, and he got it in a couple days too.
Yeah.
So usually individual, yeah.
Has to be
Usually
electronic.
individual is a lot quicker than trust, but I hate to give the flowers where they're due, but I must say, as much as I don't hate them, I don't agree with it, and I dislike it, but I must say that the ATF has gotten significantly quicker with their approval time. So again,
Hopefully they're gonna get quicker now.
Yeah.
Brandon Herrera is the director of ATF.
absolutely.
That'd be-
Shout out Brandon Herrera, man. Shout out Brandon Herrera. Good luck with that, man. We're pulling for you.
For the director of
Yes,
ATF.
sir. We're pushing for you, my brother. Correct.
Pretty cool.
Correct. And then the Sandman S, we're going to be shooting on an 11.5, 5.56 with an 11.5 on it. And
Did you bring on the
I don't think I didn't bring the 300 blackout. I brought the sniper grade battle rifle, but I don't think we're going to be able to attach this to it. But at least we have one host, so you guys can see that thing that I mentioned earlier about a 30 cal can, 30 cal end cap on a 5.56. It is surprisingly quiet considering that it's got a 30 cal end cap on it. All right. So anything else you guys want to add?
No,
Start shooting.
we're basically gonna shoot it, and we're gonna go over finish, features of the suppressors,
Yep.
and obviously a decibel rating with our calibrated ears.
Yep.
All right, guys, Henry here. So we're gonna talk about rifle suppressors now. We're gonna be talking about the Sandman Dead Air Sandman S with the chemo adapter on Jazz's rifle. He's got the muzzle device for that one. And we're going to talk about the Griffin Armament M4SD with the gate lock feature. All right, the reason I got this one was because I could switch off from my standard AR. All right. And if anybody else has a standard mil-spec A2 birdcage, I could throw it on this. So this is a little 22 that I play around with, but I could swap out the suppressor, throw it on that, have some fun with it. So that's a cool reason why I chose this suppressor for my application. This is my go-to, and I could throw it on any other. If I have friends that just have standard A2 bird cages, flash hiders on their guns, I could throw it on that so I could check it out and all that stuff. So that's why I purchased, and the reasoning for my purchase on this on this can. I love it. I haven't had any issues with it. You obviously don't have to worry about walking it out or anything because it's on there. It has a locking feature, and I feel like it's the quietest one that we have in our inventory right now. I feel it's not to shit on his can or nothing. His can is super quiet too, but I feel like mine is quieter. You guys will be the judge, more or less, on video. I don't know if it'll translate that much, but yeah, this is my setup here. This is a build, different parts, arrow lower, that's Roscoe barrel.
That's Henry, that's a designated 5.56 can, correct?
Correct. Designated 5.56. Can't go on anything else. And Roscoe barrel, Roscoe gas block, SLR rail, arrow lower. I don't even remember what the upper is, but whatever. And then EOTech for glass. So we're gonna try it out on this. We're gonna try the Dead Air Sandman Dead Air S on his go-to as well. That's an 11.5. Okay, so they're both 11.5s, and we're gonna try it out, see what results we get. All right, so I'm gonna shoot the 22 first, so it doesn't get too hot, and so I can swap it out by hand because you do need it to cool down because it's not like the Odessa. That it's direct threads. This one has a locking key, and to get this on here, and we only have a little mitt here. So we're gonna shoot the 22 first. We're gonna shoot supersonic, regular 22, and then we also have subsonic, which we're gonna try without a suppressor, so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we're gonna do it with the suppressor. And I'm telling you, it's gonna make you giggle because it's fun. All right, so let's go standard first. There is it's got a little pop to it. All right, so if you want, put your ears on, and then we'll go with the subsonics. So I'm gonna go into the dirt. No, I wanna shoot it without. So we're gonna go into the dirt so you hear what it sounds like. All right, unsafe.
Yeah, that's quiet. That's quiet considering no suppressor.
Now I do have a round in there, so that next one's gonna be supersonic, and then we're gonna, after that one, it's gonna be subsonic. So this first one's gonna be loud. Super. The next one is sub.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how it sounds over there. Behind the gun it's
Yeah. Even back here, there's no noticeable change.
I mean, I have horrible tinnitus, so probably that's why I don't feel it as much. But now we're gonna put the can on, okay? All right, so now we have the can on. We're gonna be shooting supersonics. So you hear what that sounds like with the can on it. Supersonics. More or less about the same sound signature that you would get with subs. This next one is a supersonic. So then after that, it's gonna be subsonic. I hate this push. All right, supersonic. Now subsonic, check this out.
Oh, wait. Oh my God. All you hear is the action. That's crazy.
So always puts a smile on my face. Subsonic 22 is pretty dope. And it's super fun.
Dirty and finicky sometimes, but man, when it works.
We're gonna run another subsonic. Ready? It's fun. Subsonic on 22 is pretty fun. And then now we're gonna switch it up to the AR-15. It's gonna be a lot louder, but still quiet, relatively.
Hearing safe?
I don't think so, but it is pretty quiet. And 22, obviously, it's not gonna be too bad. So.
And that can is made for 5.56.
Correct. Yeah. All right, guys. So now we have it on my go-to, and we're gonna shoot it. It's gonna be obviously a lot louder. but still relatively quiet. Let's see how that first round pop goes. May want to turn on my yield check there. All right. What do you guys think? Good?
I mean, it's definitely hearing safe.
All right.
But yeah.
Is it hearing safe?
It is hearing.
No, it's not hearing safe. I don't think it is.
I also only have my right one off. So.
Yeah.
I took my right one off.
So I'm a couple more rounds into the dirt, and then I'm gonna go on steel. So I guarantee you it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I will say this though. In a pinch, it is hearing safe.
It's better than yeah. So
remember, that's a K.
Yeah.
The Ks tend to be a lot louder than.
Yeah.
So yeah. Again, the reason I bought it so that it's I could move it around with different platforms of that other setups that I have and all that. I also liked the company. They're a veteran-owned company. So me being a veteran, I always like to support other veterans, and I've had only good experiences with it. It does get hot, but it's a suppressor. I mean, but if you guys want to shoot it.
All right. I feel like I'm at Suppress Fest again, shooting all these different pistols and rifles with different suppressors on them. Suppressors have come a long way. When you used to have to wait a year, like I waited for my little 22 can, which I didn't bring today.
I waited 14 months.
I waited 11 months and a half for my little 22 suppressor. I know you waited for the Odessa.
16 months, I think, 17 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the Griffin Armament took about the same amount of time. They're getting a lot better, as you could tell. We got a lot more now. All right, let's see how she does. Very quiet, with ears on.
Yeah.
I would not recommend any K-Can and any 5.56 without hearing protection on.
Also, I want to mention real quick, guys. So I know I went over a little bit of the specs on the gun. I'm running a bootleg bolt carrier group that's adjustable for the gas. All right, the setting that I have it on now is for the can. I don't run this gun unsuppressed. I tried it not too long ago without the can, and it doesn't cycle. You would have to come over here and adjust it so when you're not running the can. Okay, so and shout outs to Bootleg, man. They put an awesome product out. That bolt carrier group is bulletproof. I concur. But
so you went with an adjustable boat carrier group.
Correct.
over
an
adjustable gas block.
I didn't want to mess with anything there. Usually adjustable gas blocks, if you don't have it sticking out for some way to adjust it out here, it's a pain in the ass. So if you got to get a wrench or an Allen key or whatever, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I'd rather do it here, but I don't touch this gun. So this is set up the way it's supposed to. How does it shoot?
Super soft.
Soft, right?
Super soft.
Yeah.
And like you said, this is your go-to.
That's my
So
go-to.
this is the way you see it all the time.
All the time. That doesn't move. That suppressor lives on that gun. That's dedicated. I might as well pin and weld that shit there because it lives there forever. But yeah, I do have it adjusted so that it could run. What's the word I'm looking for?
Suppress.
No, yeah, suppress, but reliably. Okay, so it's not. I don't have it soft shooting because I want it soft shooting. No, I have it. It's soft shooting because of the way
configuration and the setup that you have.
I have it set up for reliability. And right now, that bolt carry group, if I take off that suppressor, won't work. Like it'll cycle one round and that's it. So if you want to run it without a can, you would have to readjust it or whatever. But right now, I have it set up so that it runs with the can 100% all the time. So you got to think about that stuff.
All right, guys. So let's see what we got. This this thing's been pretty accurate, pretty reliable for you. So
Super
I
accurate.
think this is the first time I've shot this. I shot it unsuppressed before you made it your suppressed firearm, but I haven't shot it 100% designated suppressed rifle. So let's see. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so yeah, you are 100% correct. This thing is very nice, very soft, very soft shooting, very predictable, which is what you want.
Yeah.
Predictable and repeatable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. And yeah, the can's quiet with ear protection. Obviously, it's quiet. Not a lot of gas. I mean, you do see some gas there, but I mean, it's tolerable.
Yeah.
It's tolerable. Yeah, man, I like it. I like it.
And it's a veteran-owned company, so
Yeah,
that's always good.
yeah, I'm digging that BCG, and the can's pretty good, man. I like it. Nice. All right, guys. So we're gonna take a look at my rifle, designated rifle suppressor. So what I've got is the Sandman S from Dead Air. Again, you can get this in 3 iterations. You can get the K, the S, which is what you see here, and then you can get the L, which is the longest one. So this one, unlike Henry's, where his fits on a standard mil-spec A2 birdcage, this requires a chemo mount. Dead Air is not the only one that makes chemo adapters. There are several other companies that make them. Me personally, I've always been one firm believer that I try to stick with the same company. They designed it. They manufacture their stuff, so I want to try and stay with that manufacturer. So
In that ecosystem.
correct. So this has got what's called the chemo system. It's got a ratcheting system. Okay, so this is the direct mounted to an adapter where it's got a ratcheting lock system on it. Okay, so this, you don't have to worry about working itself loose or anything like that. So I've got 30 cal end cap on this. This does come available with, you can purchase 5.56 end caps to make it a little quieter. But in my humble opinion, I've been shooting this suppressor on many of my iterations of rifles between 10.5, 11.5, 14.5, 16 inch, 300 blackout. And what works best for me is this 30 cal end cap. Surprisingly, we're gonna test it out here. I think this can is just as quiet as Henry's designated 5.56, if not quieter. But it also is a longer can. Okay, I went ahead and purchased a 5.56 end cap, but since I do switch it from host to host, it didn't make any sense for me to put the 5.56 end cap because I do shoot 30 cal out of this, which is what it was designed for. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and throw it on the rifle. I want to point out one thing real quick. Make sure that we're safe and clear. One thing I do want to point out with the chemo system, what I'm running on this rifle is their chemo compensated chemo adapter. Okay, Dead Air does offer the compensated one, and they also offer the 3-prong unequal length flash hider. Okay, I'll be honest with you, from my experience, the 3-prong flash hider does tend to work a little bit better, and it is a little bit easier on the can. Okay, simply because it's pushing all that gas straight forward, whereas this is ported on the top and on the side. Okay, so you get more of an uneven distribution of gases when it comes to this. Okay, but the reason why I do have this on this is because I do run, unlike Henry, that's his designated suppressed rifle. For me, this runs fairly well unsuppressed. It's a little bit overgassed, but it functions and it cycles. It's a little hard on parts and it's overgassed, but it works reliably. Okay, so that's the reason why I have this compensated chemo adapter.
I think that's a brake, bro.
The brake, correct. On my DMR, which is a 16-inch bushy that I do run the same suppressor on, that I do run the flash hider. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. So let's go ahead and throw it on here and see what it sounds like, and then you guys be the judge. If it's quieter, not louder, or more or less the same.
Quick
All right.
question: does that have an adjustable gas BCG?
So this does not have an adjustable gas block nor an adjustable BCG. So this is running straight off of a H2 buffer, standard mil-spec bolt carrier group, standard gas block. I'm running on this. It's an M4E1 Aero Precision enhanced lower and upper. I am running an Aero bolt group. I'm running a Aero barrel, and I'm running the Chemo dead air compensated brake from dead air. So that's what, and we got a Sig Romeo 7 on this. All right, so let's see what we got. See what it sounds like. All right, so that's one of the benefits of the ratcheting locking system. That suppressor is on there tight. It's not going to work its way loose because you got to actually ratchet it to take it off. So right now it's in the locked position. I don't have to worry about it. Set it and forget it. All right. All right, see what she does. That's
Leaving that in. We are
absolutely leaving that in.
Yes, we are.
So in all fairness, these are not my mags, but that is no excuse. That is definitely no excuse.
Oh, there you go. Come on. Push and pull always.
All right, so with hearing protection on, it sounds like it's pretty quiet. It sounds about the same.
Yeah, about.
It might be a hair quieter, but it's more or less in the same realm. So again, this is the 30 cal suppressor with a 30 cal end cap, so I think it's pretty quiet considering what's what. So. Now, this thing is gassy. I can feel it. Even with glasses and everything, I can feel it. This thing is gassy. And again, if you look at the ejection pattern, 1, 2 o'clock, this thing's overgassed, severely overgassed. Puts a little bit more wear and tear on the parts, but it runs. All right, guys. So that's that. Again, it's pretty quiet for what it is, and I'll be honest with you. Again, I have various hosts for this suppressor and this Chemo, and as you can see, it's not. I mean, it's warm, but I can still put my hand on it. In a pinch, if I needed to, I could take it off without a mitt. Never gonna do that, but just knowing that it's available to me and it's there, it's I rest easy at it. Okay, so
one thing I did notice. More flash coming out of the end of the. I think it's because that's a 30 cal end cap. I think if he switches it to a 5.56, it's gonna eliminate it completely.
Yeah.
But I did see flash on it.
So that's one of the downfalls to not having a designated can. Okay, this is a multi-purpose can for me. All right. Again, I run it on various hosts, so I gotta try to find that happy medium where it'll work with one side of the spectrum and also work with the complete opposite side of the spectrum.
And you don't swap it into your 5.56 with your you don't swap it out and put the wrong.
Correct.
Put the can on the wrong gun. And
correct. I shoot a 300 blackout out of a 5.56 end cap, and then I just grenade the suppressor. Day. So that's a bad day. So again, the largest caliber that I shoot is obviously 30 cal, 300 blackout, and then the smallest caliber that I use for this suppressor is 5.56. So it's a nice happy medium. Yeah, it's a little bit louder than what I want it to be with the 30 cal end cap, and it does throw fireballs a little bit, but I'm willing to deal with it because I can attach it to any host, set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about different end caps. I don't have to worry about whatever the case may be.
Now, is that like your go-to home defense? Or?
So this is not my go-to home defense. This is my go-to battle rifle, okay? This is my go-to battle rifle. This is a rifle that does pretty much everything decently well. My home defense rifle is actually a 10.5-inch 300 blackout with this can attached to it. So if I'm not running and gunning, that suppressor lives on a 300 blackout 10.5, and that is my designated home defense rifle. Okay, I would say this and my 14.5 would be my battle bitches, if you want to call them.
Correct.
Those are the two that I if shit hits the fan, those are my go-tos. So
nice.
Yep. So there she is, man. 30 cal suppressor, 30 cal end cap, 5.56.
How's the gas?
It's gassy. It's gassy because it's overgassed, so you do get some of that blow by and that blowback in your face. But again, it's something that I'm willing to deal with. It's the versatility of the suppressor on all my hosts. Again, beating a dead horse, but that set it and forget it mentality is worth $1 million. So, all right. All right, guys. So, Pew Boys coming at you. So, we're going to do our final closing, final arguments, final whatever you want to call it for our rifle mounted suppressors. We had today Dead Air Sandman S. We had Griffin Armament.
M4SD.
Perfect. So, those were, yeah, it is a mouthful. It is a mouthful. So, final thoughts. 30 cal suppressors, 30 cal end caps, designated 5.56 suppressors. There's a lot of hoopla. There's a lot of back and forth. I think based off of our experiences today, I think that there's a happy medium that you can find, depending on what your hosts are, depending on what your applications are going to be. There is that happy medium that you can find if you do your research and you really look into what your applications are going to be, what it's going to be designated for. You can find that happy medium in a multiple caliber suppressor. I know in your case, yours is designated 5.56 Griffin Armament with the standard A2 mil-spec birdcage mount.
Mil-spec.
Very important mil-spec, guys.
Do you get any birdcage from Amazon or?
Not going to work. It's got to be
From a
mil-spec.
gun shop or something like that, they're probably not going to fit. So make sure it's a mil-spec or Griffin Armament muzzle devices.
Muzzle devices. All right. So let's talk about, because this is what a lot of people are going to look into, man. I know that a lot of people don't really look at decibel levels. They look more for functionality, repeatability,
for less gas.
Correct. Me personally, I think that basically what I looked at more when I did shop for that suppressor, which by the way, that was my first suppressor. I think what I looked at more when I purchased that suppressor, that was your first one too, right? We bought it at the same time. You're right. I think more what I looked at was compatibility, I want to say, or repeatability on different hosts. Yeah. In your case, it wasn't more of that. It was more of
a dedicated
5.56 can. Now, I will say this: comparing that is a designated 5.56 can, and the Sandman is not. They were pretty close as far as decibel levels.
If he puts a 5.56 end cap on it, it's probably going to be out a lot. Well, not a lot, but just quieter.
Just quieter.
It's going to be quieter.
Quieter.
You're not going to quiet 5.56, but it's going to be.
There's going to be a difference. There's going to be a negligible difference.
And these are both 11.5 inch.
Correct. These are both 11 and a half.
Mine has some adjustments.
It's going to be a little spicier.
They're going to be a little spicier.
If you were to put those cans on a 16 inch, it would be a lot quieter.
Yeah, I will say this on the Bushy, on the 16 inch, the DMR, that suppressor, even with the 30 cal cap, is nice.
I did throw that can on my 14.5 with a mil-spec muzzle device, and I did notice the only issue that I ever had was that with that gun, it's a Daniel Defense upper, and my point of aim, point of impact
shifted
a lot.
About
a foot.
Damn.
But at 100 yards.
Okay.
So,
again,
you got to go back out there and sight it in again if it's going to stay on the gun. But it was a big difference. I was surprised. On my 11.5, it didn't even change at all. But it's also sighted at 50. So
you have barrel harmonics and the way it whips on a longer barrel.
And adding weight on the
end of it. It doesn't whip as easy as when it doesn't have it on there. Correct. So that shift, it's going to happen. But that's why you have to be diligent and zero your rifle
with the cam.
And when you do the cam,
correct,
zero it again.
And let's be honest, keep in mind, very rarely do you see a rifle that doesn't have at least MOA or sub MOA deviation, suppressed and unsuppressed. You're always going to have a little bit of deviation. Do you want to try and keep it sub MOA? Yes, you do. Is it going to happen 10 out of 10 times? Probably not. So keep that in mind as well. Very good point, though.
Yeah,
very good point.
Is
it's difficult to achieve. It can be done. We're not going to sit here. We're not going to sit here and say it can't be achieved.
But it actually do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You would also have to use match grade ammo.
Correct. All the stars have to align. All the stars have to align.
Prone. You're gonna be like
we're more like it's good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. If it gets you on paper, and it gets you on ASO, man, call it good.
Yeah.
Call it good. So I think mounting wise, let's start with mounting.
All right.
Mounting wise, I absolutely love, and again, we just finished rebuilding one of his rifles, and we put a 10.5 inch, I'm sorry, a 9.5 inch guard on a 10.5 inch barrel to accept a suppressor that he's in the works with. And believe it or not, at the moment, what the first thing that popped into my head was, let's drop a bird cage on it so that we can drop that Griffin on it. So me personally, I absolutely love how easy that mount is to operate. And it's very, very, very easy to change from host to host to host to host, so long as it has a mil-spec A2 bird cage on it.
The idea was that, if I had multiple ARs, I'm going to have a flash hider. I'm going to be using a flash hider from Griffin or compatible and just swap the can through those rifles. Or almost every single AR right now, standard, comes with a A2 flash hider. So if friends come over, they want to shoot, whatever, I could just swap it out for the most part. That was the idea behind that. Or if the shit ever hit the fan, I go pick up a rifle somewhere. And
as long as it's got an A2 bird cage,
exactly.
You're good. All right, so I'm gonna say I love that. Griffin, good job. That was genius, man. That was absolutely genius. What do you guys think about the Sandman? What do you guys think about the chemo?
I love the chemo. The ease of just like click click and that ratchet.
Set it and forget it.
Badass.
Set it and forget it. Yeah, me too.
And you can do it by hand and stuff. Yeah. And it's like, even with a mitt, you could do it. I can't take off mine with a mitt. So that's something that you got to look into. Like, if it's gonna stay on a gun, good.
Great.
Screw it. You just leave it on there.
If it's gonna be swapped from host to host,
I don't care. But the ease of taking it off, you do it with a mitt. I can't take mine off with a mitt. So there's that. There's pros and cons.
You gotta wait till either it cools off or you throw a bottle of water on it.
Yeah. Or cool it down.
What is usually I do, I usually have a bucket and I dunk it in there real quick, let it cool off, and then I can take it off.
Cool. All right.
Or if you're wearing gloves. With the gloves.
Yeah.
With the chemo mount, it also has a taper on the inside of it.
Correct.
For the concentric.
Keep it centered.
Keep it centered so you don't. It's less likely to.
It's repeatable. It's repeatable.
A baffle strike.
Baffle strike, or a deviation enough to. So it's repeatable. It's definitely repeatable. Okay, so let's do. What do you think about sound? Decibel levels. I think they're pretty equal. I think they're pretty equal. That 5.56 end cap on it.
It's gonna get quieter.
Even quieter. Yeah. All right. So yeah.
I think the sound on both was pretty much equal.
Pretty comparable. And again, mind you guys, Henry's Griffin is a designated 5.56. This is a 30 cal with a 30 cal end cap still on it. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. All right. I think. Look, man, I'll be honest with you. I think both of these companies have done an exceptional job with both of these products. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that there are going to be people who aren't going to necessarily like running a 30 cal suppressor with a 30 cal end cap on 5.56. Everybody's going to have their own opinion.
Yeah, what you need. Yeah, we need.
Whatever works for you.
I knew
exactly.
From the beginning that that can was going to stay on that gun. I built that gun around that can. So I actually got that can before anything. I put it on other guns, but I built that rifle for that
specifically
for that can. So
again, that's why you have the adjustable BCG in there.
That's why I got that rail. It sits up nice and close against the can.
I agree.
So I built that pistol around the can. I had the can first.
Yeah.
So.
Now the winner out of these three, as the quietest.
Oh, definitely, dude. Definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely. That put a smile on my face, man. That made me giggle. It made me giggle.
It made me giggle
every time I shoot it without even.
It definitely made me giggle.
That's fun.
It definitely made me giggle. All right, guys.
Cheap.
Yeah. It's a cheap plinking toy.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap it up. Overall, man, I have zero complaints from either one of those two platforms.
Shout out
either one of those two platforms. Shout out to Dead Air. Shout out to Griffin Armament. Again, we want to thank all the other companies involved. We want to give a big shout out to Griffin Armament. We want to give a big shout out to Dead Air. Definitely a big shout out to Capital Armory. Again, if you're in the market looking for a suppressor, look nowhere else other than Capital Armory. They are the go-to.
They send it straight to your house.
They send it straight to your house. Once the electronic process is completed, it's shipped directly to your house. So big shout out to Capital Armory. Big shout out to NFA Review Channel. Suppress Fest, please keep that going. Who else? American Eagle. Who else? I think that's it as far as rifles go. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know if there's anything you guys want to see on the channel in the future. Again, like we stated,
like, comment,
subscribe. If you want to see something specific in the future, again, like we mentioned at the intro, we have 3 other suppressors that are in ATF jail right now. They're in ATF purgatory. So they're on their way. which again is going to be a Huxworks Alaskan 360, a Yankee Hill. No, I'm sorry, my fault. Rugged Alaskan 360, Yankee Hill
R9.
R9,
and a Phantom 22,
so
which is gonna stay on this one.
okay, so keep an eye on out for those. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know down in the comments what you want to see. I know we've had some comments already on stuff that you guys want to see. Trust me, we read every single comment. We read every single reply.
We love the comments.
And we love the comments. We are going to try and anything that you guys propose, if it's feasible, if it's doable, we will try to please you guys and create the content that you guys want to see. So let us know if you like this kind of content. If you do, again, smash that like button, comment,
shoot that like button,
like and subscribe, and
fight in the comments. Tell us which of the suppressors you guys like.
Exactly.
And just have a big old fight in the comments.
Yeah. Speak your minds.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We gotta go. Pew Boys out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.